Have you ever wondered why some people can achieve their goals while others seem to be always stuck in the same place? No, it's not unlucky. It's not just talent or intelligence either. The truth is that most people underestimate the obstacles that inevitably arise on the way and, most importantly, the resilience needed to overcome them. The problem is not the lack of capacity, but the mindset that determines its choices, discipline, and persistence. If you feel you are around without leaving the place, you may be stuck in standards that sabotage your progress. But the good news? This can be changed. The journey to achieving anything significant requires more than just desire. Requires purpose, self-discipline, and a growth mindset. And that's exactly what we're going to explore here, the real reasons that keep you away from what you want and, more importantly, how to break this cycle for good. Failing is not just a possibility, it's a certainty. If you have great ambitions, get ready to stumble, make mistakes, and doubt yourself several times. But here is the crucial point: failure is not the end. It is a requirement for success. Every obstacle you face strengthens your resilience, cut your self-discipline, and teach you lessons that simply could not be learned otherwise. Look at any successful person and we'll see a history of outdated failures. The problem is that we were trained to fear failure when we should see it as a teacher. Edison failed thousands of times before creating the lamp, and each attempt was one step more towards the discovery. The key is to change your perspective. Each error is a valuable data, a piece of the puzzle. So instead of despairing when you fail, ask yourself, what can this teach me? Accepting failure as part of the life cycle is what separates those who give up from those who persist until victory. Without a clear purpose, any challenge seems to give up. When you don't know why you are fighting, the first difficulty may seem the end of the line. Have you noticed how stubborn people are those who have a greater reason to continue? The purpose is what gives you energy on difficult days and keeps your intrinsic motivation on. This is not just an external success, but to find meaning on the journey. What if you haven't found your purpose yet? Start wondering, what makes me feel alive? What could I do even without earning anything in return? Often, purpose does not appear at once. It is built along the way as you explore, test, and discover what really matters to you. The secret is not in waiting for a moment of lighting, but in moving and creating this meaning with every little decision it makes. Falling is part of the game, but what really separates the winners from the dropout is the ability to get up. Resilience doesn't just mean enduring life's blows, but learning from them and getting back stronger. Those who recover rapidly from failures develop a growth mindset and are not easily shaken. Think of elite athletes. Losing a competition does not define them, but how they use this experience to train even harder and come back better. The good news? Resilience is not a gift, it is a muscle that can be trained. Small daily difficulties such as dealing with criticism, solving unexpected problems, or leaving the comfort zone are opportunities for strengthening. Instead of asking yourself, why is this happening to me? Try to change to what can I learn from it? This change of mindset makes all the difference in your journey to continuous progress. Nothing is permanent, neither success nor difficulties. Like the seasons, life goes through inevitable phases. There will be moments of growth and moments of crisis, but understanding that everything is cyclical gives you an advantage. You learn not to despair in the difficult periods and to better enjoy the good times. Large entrepreneurs and athletes know this. During periods of low, they do not stop, they only prepare for the next ascension cycle. If today it seems that everything is against you, take a deep breath and remember it will also pass. The secret is not to avoid cycles, but learning to navigate them with emotional intelligence and discipline. What you do in difficult times define what your next phase will be like. So instead of resisting changes, accept them and use them as steps for the next level of your journey. After all, after winter always comes spring. The great masters of any area did not get there by chance. They are obsessed with what they do. And do not confuse obsession with excess or imbalance, but with unshakable dedication. Those who dominate a skill does not only practice when it is motivated, but every day as part of their identity. Think of artists, athletes, and successful entrepreneurs. They refine their skills continuously because they can't imagine themselves doing anything else. Want to reach mastery? Develop a daily commitment to your goal. If you want to write better, write every day. If you want to undertake, study your market without stopping. Intentional repetition creates continuous progress and, over time, Its discipline overcomes any natural talent. The secret is not just wanting, but in making your goal a fundamental part of your life. You don't try, you become. Many people believe that passion and desire are born ready, as if they were a gift that some have and others do not. But the truth is that desire is built over time, through immersion and continuous involvement. You don't fall in love with something before you start, you discover the meaning while deepening in practice. How many times have you seen someone start something without much enthusiasm and, after a while, becomes completely in love with that? If you expect to feel a great passion before you start, you may be wasting time. Instead of waiting for the perfect motivation, immerse yourself in the process and find out what really gives you energy. Test new things, explore different areas, but don't limit yourself to the first impression. Passion grows as you advance, and the more you progress, the more you want to continue. The secret is not about finding something ready, but building your own way. You can blame luck, economy, or circumstances, but at the end of the day, your life is in your hands. Having a winning mindset means taking full responsibility for their actions without seeking external excuses. This does not mean punishing yourself by mistakes, but recognizing them, learning from them, and moving on with more wisdom. The sooner you stop outsourcing your flaws, the faster you will take control of your destination. Self-knowledge is the key to this process. Instead of thinking, "Why does it always happen to me?" ask, "What can I do differently next time?" Adjusting your approach without destroying your self-esteem is essential. Everyone makes mistakes, but few learn from mistakes and do better next time. The faster you become the protagonist of your own story, the more prepared you will be to overcome challenges and achieve your goals. If your motivation depends on external factors such as compliments, money, or recognition, it will be fragile and inconsistent. The real fuel for persistence comes from within. It is intrinsic motivation, the one that makes you move on even when no one is seeing. When your goals are aligned with something that really enthusiasms you, the effort is no longer a burden and becomes a natural commitment. But how to develop this internal motivation? The first step is to connect with the why behind what you do. Ask yourself, does this challenge me in a positive way? Makes me grow? Find satisfaction in your own progress, not just the end result. Small daily victories, when valued, create a cycle of enthusiasm and discipline. In the end, those who depend only on external motivation gives up early, while those who build a passion for the process continues to the end. Life will not save you from challenges, but your ability to deal with them depends on your emotional control. Those who get carried away by immediate impulses and reactions ends up sabotaging their own progress. The most successful people are not those who avoid problems, but those who learn to face them without being dominated by fear, anger, or frustration. Emotions are natural, but learning to manage them is what defines those who follow and give up. So how to strengthen your emotional control? First, recognize your emotions without allowing them to determine their actions. Take a deep breath before reacting. Reflect on situations and practice self-discipline to keep the focus even when everything seems out of control. Small habits, such as meditation and writing, help create this internal stability. In the end, those who dominate their emotions dominate their own destiny. Success does not happen overnight. It is the result of small, repeated actions over time. Anyone who sees progress as a continuous process understands that every step, however small, matters. The discipline of acting every day, even when the results are not yet visible, is what differentiates those who get there from those who give up halfway. Think of the big names in history. None of them built something grand without first spending years refining their skills. If you are waiting for a big leap, you may be losing the true secret of success: consistency. Instead of frustrating by not seeing immediate results, focus on improving one every day. Small accumulated advances create a huge long-term impact. Adjust your mindset to see growth as a long-term game, and when you realize it will be much closer than you imagined. What prevents you from getting where you want is not the lack of capacity, but the way you view the challenges. Failure is not a sign for giving up, but a learning opportunity. Its purpose, resilience, and discipline are the true pillars of success. If you want to get out of place, start now, with what you have, where you are, and get better every day. The question that remains is, are you willing to take control and build the life you want? Or will you keep waiting for the perfect moment? Success is not luck, it is strategy and constancy. So what will be your first step? If this content has made sense to you, subscribe to the channel and enable notifications to more insights on personal development and winning mindset. The next level is within your reach, the decision is yours.